shows, right, Morty?
Sure. I mean, whatever you say, Rick. You know best.
Rick and Morty is known for its brilliant inside jokes, but one line from the show's Die Hard spoof was a particularly clever homage to the show's own beginnings. Season 6 of the anarchic animated sitcom Rick and Morty may have more nuanced notions of heroism than prior episodes, but its primary focus remains on silly parody humor. With a silly Die Hard parody, the second episode of Season 6, A More Well-Lived, demonstrated as much. But since this is Rick and Morty, the parody's spoof also included a fairly clever tribute to the show's inspirations. The B story of the episode concerned Summer's attempts to do a Die Hard in an arcade overrun by alien terrorists, while the main plot of the show focused on Rick's attempts to release Morty from a video game world. The Adventures of Doc and Hardy, the show that served as the inspiration for the original Rick and Morty, was subtly referred to during this parody. The terrorist leader responded to Summer's inquiry regarding whether or not he was also attempting a Die Hard by waxing lyrical in the Hans Gruber parody played by Peter Dinklage, saying that every intelligent society throughout the cosmos eventually adopts the same story. The joke is a subliminal reference to Joseph Campbell's well-known monomyth theory, a storytelling principle that not only informs Die Hard's storyline but also influences Rick and Morty's formula. Campbell's hero journey thesis gave a framework for Dan Harmon, the co-creator of Rick and Morty, to create his renowned story circle by outlining the typical beats that most myths, folktales, and narrative stories must strike. Joseph Campbell's monomyth theory is immensely important when it comes to typical television and cinema narrative practices, despite current criticism for its incomplete grasp of indigenous storytelling. Every Die Hard film and Rick and Morty episode adhere to the hero's journey 12 stages to the letter. This comes as no surprise, given Campbell's outline serves as the framework for a conventionally gratifying story, but what makes Rick and Morty allusion to the monomyth brilliant is how it relates to the duo's actual creation process. The Rick and Morty co-creator Dan Harmon's Story Circle, which served as the foundation for his online short film festival Channel 101 Storytelling Challenge, was inspired by Campbell's idea of the hero's journey due to its immense influence. Future celebrities like The Lonely Island would often submit their 5-minute short films to this festival and screen their work in front of an audience. The other co-creator of Rick and Morty, Justin Roiland, began producing filthy short films at Channel 101, including The Adventures of Doc and Hardy, which eventually evolved into Rick and Morty.